the fireworks were amazing. I think everybody was just trying to unleash everything that's been going on the last few months. So I know that we were surrounded by beautiful fireworks. I hope we all were able to enjoy them as well. We're really, really happy to be able to continue this program virtually. Looking forward to the day when we can all see each other and figure out what our social distance greetings are going to be. But we're happy to see everybody's faces virtually. So if you can, make sure that you have your video on so that we can see everybody's smiling faces. And even if you haven't showered yet, nobody cares. I think everybody has kind of moved past that with the whole video calls. So love to see your faces. I would like to thank our sponsors. Our July sponsor is Club Pilates. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your sponsorship. And then our annual sponsors, MGNE, Marco Technology, Hilton, sorry, I'm reading the slides and I just got a chat. Oh, Premier Retirement Partners and Hilton Garden Inn. These sponsors are the reason that we're able to put on the programming that we do for all of you. So they're so important to our organization, and they're so important to providing our members with professional development and networking events. So we thank them very much. Like I said, it is so great to see everybody. We're thrilled to have you here. We're looking forward to a day where we can meet face to face, but we'll take what we can get at this point. All right, so real quickly, I know that most of us have done this. We could probably do it in our sleep, but just make sure that you keep yourself on mute. At the bottom, you can see a little telephone. If there's a red line through it, you're muted. If there isn't, you're not muted. Same with the video functionality. We'd love to see everybody's beautiful faces this morning. We are using the chat function today, so please feel free if you have questions for the speakers or comments, please send those through chat, and Kristen will be reading those. You can, especially this is going to come in handy when we go to FaceTime, make sure that you have your name and preferably your business as well on your little video screen, and you can update that by hovering over your picture. And there are 3 dots, and then you would choose rename and go ahead and just type in your first and last name and your company name. I'm not used to speaking apparently. If you have any problems with audio, we have found that when you try to connect AirPods to your Bluetooth through your speaker, it can make it choppy. So maybe try calling in or just using the speaker function. Kristen is going to send out an email to all the participants on Monday with everybody who attended. So this is kind of our virtual business card passing. If you don't want your name included, because we will have first name, last name, company name, email address. If you don't want to be included in that list, reach out to Kristen and she'll make sure that she pulls you from that. And again, that will go out on Monday morning. So if you can let her know by the end of the day on Friday, that would be fantastic. We clearly don't have the handouts for all of the community events and member news, but all of that is available on our website at middletonchamber.com. We also update our Facebook page, so be sure to check those out. There's a lot of great virtual fun events, networking events, and also professional development events. We are continuing to update our resource page for our businesses to ensure that they are continuing to be informed with the latest on programs that are available through the county, the state, federally, and the community as it relates to COVID-19. So if you go to middletonchamber.com on the homepage, there's a link to our resource page, and let us know if there are any resources that you know of that aren't there, and we'll get those added. All of our professional development events are uploaded to our YouTube channel. So if there's a topic that you have missed out on, you can go ahead and go out to our YouTube channel and all of those will be available to you. All right. So we are going to do a quick 30-second poll. Kristen's going to pop it up. We're just asking everybody that's willing and able to answer these questions. And we're just wondering how far from home you will travel for your summer vacation. I know a lot of this has changed. So we'll give you a few moments to answer, and then we will post the results. Five more seconds.
Yep.
All right, what do we have, Kristen? A lot of people staying home. So we've got 31% staying home. Small percentage haven't decided. Small percentage, 10% will be traveling 50 to 100 miles, and it looks like 51% are traveling 101 plus miles from home. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. We work closely with our tourism department, and I know, you know, there are a lot of businesses affected. Retail, our hotels, restaurants, because, you know, tourism is shifting a little bit, but it's nice to know that people are kind of traveling in that 100-mile radius. All right, from here, I'm going to turn it over to Lisa so that she can provide the membership updates. Lisa?
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm really happy to be here today. So I am going to kick my section off here with our membership milestones. So starting out at 68 years, we have Middleton Ford and Springs Window Fashions. And I'm always big into, hey, what happened 68 years ago? And in case you didn't know, Queen Elizabeth has been the Queen of England since Middleton Ford and Springs Window Fashions joined us. So then moving on to 43 years, we have Gilson Incorporated. 41, we have Lycon Incorporated. At 40 years, we have Group Health Cooperative of South Central Wisconsin. 38 years, we have Midwest Dental in Middleton. 28 years, we have Chalmers Jewelers and Culvers of Middleton. 26 years, Resource Engineering Associates. At 10 years, Culligan Total Water and Barnes Inc. And then at 5 years, we have Incredible Windows LLC. So again, thanks to those awesome members for sticking with us and being great members for a really long time. Now on to our new member introductions. We have quite a few to get through here. And this month's question for our new members is, what is one thing that makes your business stand out? So we'll start out with 360 Wellness Chiropractic and Physical Therapy with Drs. Nate and Kelsey Anderson. So 360 Wellness and Chiropractic and Physical Therapy is a new practice to the area with plans to open up in mid-August. They offer an integrated approach that uniquely combines chiropractic and physical therapy, allowing their clients to receive faster results with longer lasting results. Having two doctors with two of the most effective holistic disciplines, they'll be on your case to help you achieve 360 degrees of health. So next up, we have Czar's Promise with Beth Viney. And so her answer to the question is that Czar's Promise is the only nonprofit in the country with a 3-tiered mission. They inspire hope to local families whose companion animals are diagnosed with cancer and fund research at UW School of Medicine and the American Family Children's Hospital. So their hope is to help find a cure for cancer in our pets and in our children. Then next up, we have Madison Reading Project with Rowan Childs. And so her answer to the question was staying true to their mission and what they do and say, whether talking to children and adults. And if you follow Madison Reading Project on social media, you'll see that they continue that mission of providing books to children even through this COVID crisis. So next up, we have Point B Wealth Advisors with Jay Hinkins. And his answer to the question is that he pays special attention to anticipated taxes that need to be paid in retirement. Nearly all financial planners do retirement planning, but he looks ahead to the taxes that will be due in retirement and discusses what can be done today and helps develop methods to implement in the future to minimize taxes on his clients' retirement savings. So next up is Race Day Events with Ryan Richards. And Ryan says that they make weekends awesome. Race Day Events lives their passion by producing safe and fun events that provide a positive influence for everyone involved. Next up, we have Tallulah and Stella's estate sales with Amy Rowan Kim. And when asked the question, Amy said that Tallulah and Stella's is a customer service focused estate sale company, and they provide more than just asset liquidation. Amy really works to provide a quality shopping experience for patrons and a compassionate, stress-free service to our clients. And you should really check out their website. They have a really awesome executive sale coming up this weekend. So next up, we have Working Partnerships with Wayne Engelbrecht. And he says that Working Partnerships helps to find jobs for adults with disabilities. They help businesses with their staffing needs by finding long-term employees to help out as needed. And some of Working Partnerships clients have been with their employers for more than 15 years. And then finally, last but not least, is Young Life with Chris Handrick. And he said something that makes Young Life stand out from other organizations is the mentoring relationships made with both middle school and high school students. They attend students' events and activities so they know they are supported by their Young Life leader. So welcome to all of our new members. And then next up is recognizing our ambassadors of the month, and those are Amanda Bauerbach and Val Harchis. Amanda and Val have been instrumental over the last month with reaching out to many, many current and new members. And they continue to be just what they are, great ambassadors, passionate about what they do in the chamber. And so I can't thank these two amazing women enough for all that they do to help us out. And then last up for me is a slide of our chamber microgroups. I'm not sure which ones are meeting currently, so if you're interested in finding out more, just reach out to the main contact. I did just want to make a quick note that I'm starting a new member microgroup as a way to help our new members connect with each other and ensure that they receive the most value from their membership. So that's all for me. I'm going to turn it back to Kristen Parent. Thanks, guys.
Hi, everyone. Next week is the Chamber's annual golf outing, and we did have one foursome open up. So if you know anyone that would like to join us on July 15th for an 11:04 tee time, please email me right away so that will go to the first person that I hear from. Also, with that, I wanted to let you guys know that traditionally at the golf outing, we run a raffle. That's going to be a little bit trickier just because of social distancing. And CDC guidelines and all of that. So every decision that we've made safety our number one consideration. So instead of the raffle at the auction, everybody is going to be able to participate in our sizzling summer silent auction. So if you're familiar with the software that we use at the beginning of the year for Sip Sample Socialize, it is the same. So you'll be able to bid on your mobile device or from your desktop. We're going to leave it open for about a week and a half starting next week. And that is, again, open to everybody in the membership. So you'll get communication on that through the newsletter and social media. So we just encourage you guys to check it out and see some of the awesome packages that we're putting together for everyone. Believe it or not, then after this, our next event is golf. But after that, then we move right into the August Get Moving Middleton. So we are back on the first Thursday of the month. Very similar to this structure, what we're anticipating. I think we had hoped to be back in person, but at this point, we are going to plan that to be a virtual event again. Also in August, we have a social media on track session. Instagram for Business is something I think that a lot of people haven't really necessarily tapped into or understand. So Sarah Best from Sarah Best Strategy is a member with the chamber, and she is going to kind of walk us through some ways to build awareness, how it works, and what you guys should be looking to do from a business standpoint on Instagram. And then we will also have in August a business boost. So we talk a lot about sometimes generational differences between millennials or boomers and how to navigate those when sometimes different generations think and talk differently. And so Sarah Gibson is actually going to be talking and working. She's well known in her field for discussions like this. So she is going to give us some insight on how that all works. So then I will turn it back to Kate.
Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, we hope that you will all participate in the silent auction, and be sure to look for all of the sponsors that have supported this golf outing. It's very, very important to our organization. I think it's important to those members who have golfed year after year to be able to get out there and do it in some fashion. So we thank all those sponsors, and they'll all be listed on our website. So, all right, I would like to turn it over to Nathan Baldwin with Club Pilates to talk a little bit about their organization.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Kate, can you hear me okay?
Yep, you're
Sounds
good.
good.
Perfect. Well, thank you to the Middleton Chamber for keeping everybody connected. Very strange times, but I'm glad that Zoom exists, and I'm glad everybody's using it. So I wanted to give a brief presentation about Club Pilates and answer maybe a half a dozen questions that we frequently have. The first is, what is Pilates? Then what is Club Pilates, and how is it different? How has it adapted Pilates for the modern world? And then how can the Middleton Chamber and its members help? And so I'll get to that at the end. So first, just a brief introduction. My wife, Erica, and I own 3 Club Pilates locations in Madison. One on the west side at Old Saucon Junction. That's probably going to be the closest one for all of you. The location downtown is our Club Pilates Monroe Street location, right at the entrance to Wingra Park. And our location in Sun Prairie is on Grand, just north of the Target. So we've sort of covered the east, west, and central Madison areas. So what is Pilates? I think this is the question that we get most often, and it's actually very hard to answer. So Pilates is an entire system of exercise. I like to think of Pilates like the word martial arts. Martial arts is kind of a catch-all term for Taekwondo and Judo and Jiu-Jitsu and all of those different forms of self-defense. And Pilates is sort of the same kind of word. It's a catch-all term for a very large number of exercises that help you move the body in different ways. You can go ahead and jump forward. So Pilates was developed first about 100 years ago, right after World War I and II by Joseph Pilates, to help to rehab injured soldiers. It uses a bunch of very specialized equipment that look intimidating at the start, but they are very adaptable, very customizable for different exercises. Within the original Pilates repertoire, there are over 700 different exercises using this custom equipment, and those exercises range from rehabilitative exercises to cardio exercises to strength and toning exercises. So a very large range of exercises that you can use. Sort of like martial arts, the primary focus of Pilates is to improve mind-body awareness, to improve core strength and flexibility. Who is Pilates good for? Because of its broad range of applications, Pilates is good for most everyone. Whether you're an athlete looking to improve maybe flexibility or performance, Pilates can help. If you're injured and you're looking to, after you've done your the rehabilitative work, you can continue to improve strength and flexibility with Pilates. So Pilates, we have this saying at Club Pilates, Pilates is really good for every body. It's good for every person. And you can go ahead and jump forward. Guess I already covered all of this. Pilates really does have applications for a large number of injuries, for helping to develop strength, for helping to develop flexibility. Go ahead and jump forward. What are the benefits? Of course, you can expect increase core strength, primarily in the front core of the body, but also in the back core of the body, from the hips at the back all the way up to the shoulder blades. That's really the primary focus. The philosophy of Pilates is that the core is the origin point for pretty much every human movement, so you had better make sure that it is strong and flexible. With that comes a lot of improvements to other parts of the body, improved flexibility in joints and limbs, improved strength in those areas as well. So what is Club Pilates, and how has it sort of adapted this very old and well-established exercise routine for the modern world? Club Pilates has developed 7 different classes that use these many different exercises in an organized way. So you can go ahead and jump forward one slide, and hopefully if I've got my presentation organized here, you can see that all of the different equipment allows us to organize these exercises nicely into one exercise station. The exercise station consists of this reformer machine that you see here in the picture, and a bunch of other props and assorted accessories. You can go ahead and jump forward. These are the 7 classes that Club Pilates has developed. They range from the reformer flow exercises that really focus on rehabilitation, reactivating muscle groups that might have been damaged, all the way up to high intensity interval training with our functional interval training class, our FIT class. That focuses obviously on, for athletes, developing better cardiovascular health, but always with a blend of developing core strength and mind-body awareness. Within our 7 class themes, we also have increasing levels of difficulty. So for example, we have reformer flow classes that are level 1, and those are foundational. Those are beginner level. They focus on basic core strength and flexibility. And then we also have reformer flow level 2 and 2.5, and those are much more challenging. Those almost look like gymnastics on a reformer. So within these 7 classes, again, different levels. So this is very customizable for different body types. And you can jump forward. So now we get to the help that we're asking for members or from members of the Middleton Chamber. Every class at Club Pilates is taught by qualified instructors. It's a 500-hour comprehensive program. So our teachers are very well certified. We probably, at this point, I don't think we have a teacher with under 1,500 hours of teaching experience. That being said, we are always looking for new teachers. And this is something that I'm asking the Chamber for help with. If you or anyone that you know is interested in becoming a certified Pilates teacher, Club Pilates does offer a couple of different programs for becoming a teacher, and I'll communicate with the Chamber about how you can sign up for those programs if you are interested, or if you know anyone that's interested. You can jump forward. what is Pilates good for? It's good for helping the body to feel comfortable, to feel strong, and through that comfortability and strength to help you to feel um, like you're able to live a more full and complete life. And that's sort of the underlying philosophy of Club Pilates. You can jump forward. Uh, the other thing that we want from the Middleton Chamber is to try a free intro class. Our first class for everyone is free. Um, there are two reasons for this. One is, of course, if you're interested in becoming a member at Club Pilates, we would love to have you. But the other is sort of less obvious. We are hoping that we can improve knowledge and understanding about what Club Pilates and Pilates in general is. And trying this free intro class is the best way to understand what Pilates is. Because it's a large system of exercise, the best way to understand it is to try it and to experience it. So if you are interested in trying a free intro class, I will communicate with the chamber about how to connect with us. And we do offer intro classes 5 or 6 times over the course of the week at different times of day. And after you try the intro class, we have all of the information about memberships and more information about how Pilates is beneficial. I think that's the end of my presentation. Maybe there's one more slide here. Nope, that's it. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to present on Pilates and Club Pilates. And
Thank you, Nathan.
yeah, I'll communicate again with the chamber about how to get in touch with us, whether you're interested in trying a free intro class, or if you would like to explore the opportunity to become a teacher and to teach people about health and wellness. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Yeah, I think both physical and mental health is so important right now. So thank you for providing both of those at Club Pilates. Speaking of some physical and mental health, our next speaker is Lloyd with Friends of the Pheasant Branch, and they are doing some amazing work. And if you haven't had an opportunity to go out and just look at the beauty that they provide to everyone, I highly encourage you to do so. So Lloyd, with that, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. All righty. My name's Lloyd Egan, and I'm co-president, along with Pam Shannon, of the Friends of Pheasant Branch Conservancy Board. We are celebrating well, we're not really celebrating because we've had to cancel most of our activities, but we've had 25 years of being, and we hope to have 25 years more. So we are a 501(c)(3) volunteer organization, nonprofit, and you can go to the next slide. Our mission is to restore, protect, and promote the Pheasant Branch Conservancy and its 25 square mile watershed for today and tomorrow. So we are all about promoting and protecting this very special place that we have. Next slide, please. And we are encouraging people to join us in our mission to restore and protect and preserve. We have done a lot over the years in terms of restoration of native habitats, and here you see work of our Restoration and Management Committee. We've actually expanded the Conservancy over the years and taken it from what was a farm site in the county portion of the Conservancy to a beautiful prairie. Next slide, please. We also work actively with all age groups in trying to get people out into nature. We work with school groups. On the left there, you'll see a bunch of kids that are out to help with seed planting of the savanna up by the water tower there. And then also we host Tunes on Tuesday, which this year we hope will happen in August, which allows you to stroll through the Conservancy in the evening on a summer night and hear some beautiful music. And we have programs for seniors as well as our monthly Conservancy Day programs. go to our next slide. So we try to get people of out into the Conservancy, people of all ages, school kids, adults, and also seniors. We've worked, Audubon has even worked with Birding by Ear to work with the blind. And there is a accessible all-terrain wheelchair that you can reserve with the City of Middleton to help people with disabilities get out and enjoy nature as well. Next slide, please. Finally, I was talking about the restoration. We are very concerned with water quality. The watershed is 25 square miles. It drains into Pheasant Ranch Creek, which runs into Lake Mendota. And we have been monitoring at 3 or 4 different locations for a number of years to look at the trends of phosphorus and sediment going into the creek. And by our work to help reduce nutrients going into the creek, that will also reduce what gets to Lake Mendota. Next slides, please. We encourage everybody to get out and enjoy this beautiful environment. It has been a source of exercise for people. They can get out and enjoy all year-round exercise opportunities, walking, hiking, biking. You can paddle up the creek, running, the all-terrain electric wheelchair for those with disability. It provides opportunities for wildlife viewing, spiritual renewal. It's a safe place to be socially distant while plugging into nature. So we have seen during these COVID times an increase of people out on the trails, which is a wonderful thing because it's a safe place to go. And the other thing that we've learned about is there's research that shows that the more you exercise and the more you are out in nature, the better it is for not only your body, but your whole mind. So it's that mind-body connection that Nathan talked about. We have a place right here in our community that fosters that. It also provides stormwater and water quality benefits, as I mentioned before. And I think for members of the business community we've heard from, like local realtors, and they find it is a real asset, a community asset. People want to move and live in Middleton because of this wonderful conservancy and the access, easy access to it. And also I've heard from some businesses that their employees like to work in Middleton because they can exercise before or after work or take a walk in the conservancy during their lunch hour, and that's pretty special. So our 25th anniversary celebrations were to remember the roots of our efforts and are working on advocacy very early on to protect this special place. And then we want to look forward into the next 25 years and what's going, now what comes. We had multiple celebrations planned. Our plan at this point is to carry them forward to the 26th year because they're good plans, and when we'd like to be able to do them when everybody can get together. And the next slide, please. So last year was full of highlights. We had a big, as you might remember, a big flood in 2018 that kind of washed out the conservancy, and we had a very successful fundraising effort that has raised money to help with the creek corridor restoration. And the city right now is reviewing plans for the rebuilding of the creek corridor and the repair of the bridges. And we have money to contribute to that effort and have been working very closely with the city. So that's on the south side of the conservancy. On the north side of the conservancy, the county fulfilled a dream that the Friends have had for 20 years, which is to add on to the north, and they purchased the acre property. And they are actively in the process of restoring it. They've taken the farm buildings down. They've gotten plans together, and that will go out in an email to you, the map of the new property. And that will expand by 160 acres, the conservancy to the north, and there will be a restored wetland, more prairie, and more hiking and biking trails that will be present. And then we also raised some money for a truck, which helps us move our tools for the restoration and management work. We need a lot of shovels and so forth and so on to help with invasive species control. And the truck helps us get them from place to place. I want to put a shout out to all the members of the Middleton business community that have helped in our previous fundraising efforts. And today is not the time to ask you for more money, but just so you know that we will be actively working with the county to help raise money for seeding to establish a premium prairie to the north, and you'll hear more about that in the future. So next slide, I think is my last one. So for more information, including how to join, you can go to our website, www.pheasantbranch.org. And we look forward to working with many of you in the business community. We hope that you continue to enjoy the Conservancy and will partner with us in our future activities. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you for providing such a beautiful community asset. All right, we're going to move things right along and turn it over to Jeannie with Dane Art Mural Arts Projects.
All right. Hi, everyone. Good to see everyone this morning. So thank you for having me today. My name is Jenny Gowan, and I'm an artist based in Madison. And today I'm representing Dane Arts Mural Arts, which is a community arts nonprofit here in Dane County. And I'm here to give you an update on an exciting project that we've been working on with the city of Middleton. So next slide, please. So last year, I presented on an upcoming mural project that would change the Middleton landscape. And the proposed mural was going to be for the salt storage building outside of the Middleton Operations Center. Next slide, please. I invited you that day to imagine if this everyday utilitarian building could become a landmark. And this is the progress that we've made towards that goal so far. So in 2018, our team at DAMA met with the Middleton Arts Commission. They asked us to create a design that's mocked up here to represent the identity of Middleton and what makes the city a great place to live. Now at DAMA, we specialize in community-centered design where community members participate in every aspect of the mural process. And we believe that the best way to create something that represents you is ask the people who live and work here. So to start, my co-lead designer on this project, Rhea Ewing, and I interviewed people who maintain our parks, our streets, and our water systems. We interviewed people who study the environment and the local ecosystem, and we asked them, what do you want people to know or appreciate about your city? And what makes a good neighbor? Next slide, please. Next slide. And so here's what the people of Middleton shared with us. People shared that Middleton is beautiful because of all the invisible work that shapes what we see and experience. It's beautiful because of the people who are working 24/7 to keep the roads clear and safe. It's beautiful because of the workers who take pride in maintaining the parks. Middleton, as we just learned, has parks that win awards and are some of the best parks in the nation. Middleton is also beautiful because of the commitments your city has made to environmental protection. Next slide, please. So you have 20% of your original tall grass prairie here in Middleton, which is incredible compared to the nation where only 1% of prairie still exists. You have high quality groundwater as a direct result of how well you've maintained the prairie ecosystem with the deep roots that feed into the soil. And so Rhea and I created a design that embodies this invisible work that it takes to cultivate a deep-rooted community. The mural pays homage to people like one city employee who builds birdhouses for purple martin colonies. It recognizes the labor that goes into maintaining and restoring prairie sites. The design interweaves images of native prairie plants and butterflies and other flora and fauna within the city's infrastructure. Next slide, please. So once we finished the design, we spent 3 months painting with the students of Clark Street Community School and Middleton Youth Center. the students got so excited about this project that we sometimes had as many as 30 students at once trying to fit into the room to paint the mural. One student shared that she'd been struggling to focus in class that day, and coming to paint the mural helped her refocus so she could have a more productive day. Other students were filled with the anticipation of someday going by the mural and saying, I helped to create that. Next slide, please. And so once the students are done, we take the mural back into the studio and our professional artist team finesses the panels. And then in summer, we install the panels onto the outdoor site. Next slide. So this is the part of the mural that we've installed so far. So in 2019, we successfully fundraised enough to install phase 1 of the mural, which covers that southern facing wall of the building. So if you're driving north on Parmenter Street towards the Beltline, you'll be able to see this south side already installed on the building. And this is what it looks like. Next slide, please. And so our goal is to install phase 2 of the mural this September 2020. The mural represents the kind of community that we all aspire towards. It represents all the hidden things that make Middleton special, that deserve recognition. It honors the stewardship that's happening here every day. And so our murals are designed to last for a minimum of 30 years. So that means that this is going to be your landmark. It will come to represent you. And we would love to have you join us to make it happen. Next slide. So I just want to give a quick thank you to our phase 1 sponsors. And if any of you would like to learn more about our organization, to how to volunteer or get involved, or just to stay up to date about the Middleton Arts, the Middleton Salt Mural Project, you can reach out to us at daneartsmuralarts.org. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys do fantastic work in so many communities around the area. I am in awe of the talent. I wish that I just had a fraction of it. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for making our community so beautiful.
Absolutely.
Okay, we are going to move along to FaceTime. So for those of you who are new, haven't participated on FaceTime before, this is something that we do when we get together, and we allow people to network one-on-one with people at their table. So we are going to do that virtually. So we'll be, in a moment, Kristen will be putting us into breakout sessions. And once you're there, each person will introduce themselves. They'll just say their name and their company, and they'll answer a question. And each month we have a different question. So, and Lisa is the question extraordinaire. She always comes up with some fun ones. So the question today is, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? So if everyone just wants to take a couple minutes, introduce themselves, their name, their company, answer the question, and then just free flow chat and get to know each other. We'll be getting you into your breakout rooms here in just a moment.
Yeah, that's true.
One of the reasons I like this group so much is because, well, one of my favorite quotes is by Lydia Childs. It's, some people walk into a room and say, here I am, and other people walk into a room and say, there you are. And that's what I love about the chamber and the little, table talk that we do, is that it's really all about there you are, and, seeing and learning about other people in the world and what our specialties are. So thanks, chamber.
Thank
you.
Boy,
How are you doing, Kristen?
Yep, we're good. Everybody's back. So
okay, welcome back, everyone. I hope that you were able to make some connections and learn something new. I learned that one of the people in our breakout sessions, Deanna Porter, I hope you don't mind me sharing, wanted to be a tambourine player when she grew up. So, it's all across the board. So we are very, very happy to have had all of you here today. We want to thank our speakers. We appreciate you taking time to educate our membership. And we want to thank our July sponsors, Club Pilates, And our email sponsors, MGNE, Marco Technologies, Premier Retirement Partners, and Hilton Garden Inn. Again, without their support, we wouldn't be able to provide this program to you. So when you see somebody from there, make sure that you thank them for that. Again, Kristen will be sending out a spreadsheet to all of you for that lists all of the participants. If you do not want to be included, make sure that you email her by 5 p.m. on Friday, and you can see her email address there, Kristen at middletonchamber.com.
That's it.
And I think that's it. We're looking forward to seeing some of you at our golf outing next week. Big shout out to our sponsors, golfers, everybody participating, volunteers, ambassadors. Thank you all, and we'll see you soon.